In today's video, I'll go over how to choose a name for an LLC and why it's important. I'll also walk you through using the platform Tailor Brands, which has a super useful tool that you can use to help come up with amazing ideas, design your logo, and even check if your business name is available. The first thing we'll do is show you guys how to use Tailor Brands and how to actually start coming up with your very first names for your business. So when you guys click the link down in the description below, it'll take you to this page here. This is Tailor Brands logo maker, and this is going to help you figure out the exact type of branding you want for your specific business. As you can see, this is the easiest way to make a unique logo design, and all we simply have to do is enter our logo name. For the sake of this video, I just came up with a random name of "My business is super cool." I then typed in marketing agency as a tagline, and then I'm going to hit the create a logo button. Once I hit the create a logo button, it'll take a few seconds and it'll ask me how I discovered Tailor Brands. For this video, I'll say that I found it on YouTube. As you can see, inside of this process, they're going to walk you through step by step everything you need to give them as far as information is concerned in order for them to understand exactly what your logo should look like. The first thing they'll ask us here is, what are you offering or intend to offer? As you can see, we can offer things like physical goods, services, leisure and hospitality, original content, technology and software, or other. For the sake of this video, we'll say that we're selling services. Now we just have to simply enter our industry, which for this case, I could just say is marketing. And then we can even add a little bit more information down here, but for the sake of this video, we'll just hit the next button. As you can see, we can even choose a logo type. We can have an icon-based logo, a name-based logo, or an initial-based logo. Let's go ahead and go with a name-based logo. Then we can choose a couple of styles that they provide us with. Some of these styles are a little cheesy, but there are some that look pretty serious. For instance, this bolder style I like, so we'll go ahead and go with that one. And we'll also choose this one and this one. Once we hit the next button, we'll then start designing our logo. We'll just have to wait a few seconds, and once this is fully done, we'll have a fully created logo. And just like that, we will have full access to our logo. We do have to enter in our email address and password to get access to it, but we're officially here inside of our logo. Now I know what you're thinking. I definitely want to use Tailor Brands logo maker, but I don't really even have a business name yet. Well, the easiest way to get started with brainstorming a business name is two different ways. The first of these is just writing down on a piece of paper a bunch of different words that are associated with your business, which is kind of the old-fashioned way of doing things. And the other way of doing it is by actually hopping on Looka. Looka is a business name generator where you can enter in a couple of different keywords and it will automatically generate a bunch of different business names for you. As you can see, all we have to do is enter in a few different keywords and then we can hit the generate button to start coming up with business names. We'll go ahead and hit this generate button. As you can see, there's hundreds of these that we can choose from. Plus we even have compound names, inventive names, and even multi-word names. If we want to change any of these and make them different, we can go in here and change our keywords, or we can change the length from 0 to 20 plus characters, from 0 to 7 characters, 0 to 15. It doesn't really matter here. You can really kind of change it to just about anything. Let's say, for instance, we want our business name to be at least 7 characters and a maximum of about 15 to 16 characters. As you can see, we now have a ton of compound names that we can choose from, things like easy market, price development, social based, and a host of other name ideas. Now that we have our name, let's discuss a few important things to consider before you start your LLC. These are crucial in the making of your LLC, and if you don't do these, you could mess up and make a huge mistake in the process. Every single state has specific guidelines about what your LLC name can be and can't be. Generally, your LLC name must be unique, meaning that no other business in your state can have the same name or even have a name that's kind of similar. To make sure your name is unique, you'll need to check your state database of registered business names. This will help you avoid any legal issues down the road, and most states also require that your LLC name includes words or abbreviations like L.C. or limited liability company. These terms let people know that your business is a limited liability company, which is important for legal purposes. It's also a good idea to avoid restricted words that might make it seem like your LLC is a government entity or is involved in a regulated business, unless of course you have proper permission. For example, using words like bank or insurance might require additional paperwork or approval. One of the key things you'll want to consider is your brand identity. Once you know your name meets the legal requirements, it's time to think about how you represent your brand. Your LLC's name should reflect who you are as a business and connect you with your target audience. So before you start brainstorming this, here are a few key questions that you can ask yourself to guide you through this. The first of these questions is, what message do you want your name to send? Think about the values you want to convey through your name. Do you want to come across as professional, creative, reliable, or innovative? Your name should align with your brand's core mission and the image you want to project. Who are your customers? Consider who you are trying to attract. A name that appeals to young professionals might be different from one that resonates with retirees or families. Make sure your name speaks to those people and make sure it actually has core values that they actually appreciate. Another great question to ask yourself is that, is your name easy to remember? A good name should be simple, catchy, and easy to pronounce. Avoid using complicated words or unusual spellings that might confuse people or make it hard for them to find you online. One of the other considerations is that, does your name sound positive? Make sure your name doesn't have any negative meanings or associations, unless of course that's what you're going for, especially if you plan on doing business internationally. It's important to consider how your name might be interpreted in different languages and cultures. The next step in all of this is checking if your name is available. Now, in order to properly check if your name is available, I would definitely recommend heading over to Tailor Brands. In order to get the best deal possible, if you're curious about getting started with an LLC, make sure you use the link down in the description. Once you click that link, you'll be taken to Tailor Brands LLC page. As you can see here, we simply have to just type in what our business name is. So for this case, I'll just say business name, a bunch of random numbers or something like that, and then I'll hit the check availability button. Once I click that, it will then tell me, hey, your business name is currently available, which is awesome. And then we can just hit the next button and follow the prompts to actually get started with our LLC. When you're looking to see if your name is available, make sure to have a list of backup names in case it isn't. Also, another big consideration here is checking if your domain is taken for this business. This can mean that if your business is named mybusiness123 and somebody already has mybusiness123.com, that could be a big problem that you might have in trying to start this new business. Having a domain is crucial, and especially getting one on the cheap is even more important. If you guys want access to the cheapest domain hosting service available, I would definitely recommend checking out Hostinger. When you guys click the link down in the description, you'll get a huge discount plus a free domain with the plan that you choose. Super beneficial. Hostinger is one of the best places to go look for those domains or domains that you decide on buying. Once you store those domains, they are yours to keep. Nobody can get access to them. One of the other important things that you need to do is look for existing trademarks. It's important to ensure that your chosen name isn't already trademarked by another business. Conducting a trademark search can save you from legal problems later on and help you avoid potential disputes. Also, another important factor is to check social media handles. Consistency across social media platforms is key for branding, especially for usernames. Make sure your desired username is available on a variety of different social media sites. This will help you maintain a cohesive brand identity across your website, social media, and marketing materials. The last real piece of advice I have for you is to keep it simple and flexible. Make sure that your name isn't too trendy or too specific. Make sure that it's easily understandable by the common person. Also, make sure it actually describes what your business is doing in the first place. For instance, if you have a plumbing services company and your name is Smith Plumbing Services, that makes perfect sense to the average individual looking at your business. And then of course, last but not least, ask for feedback and advice. There's no better way of understanding whether or not your name will resonate with people than just asking them if it resonates in the first place. You can ask your friends, coworkers, colleagues, relatives, family members, the list goes on. Once you've done all this, you'll be able to have a super awesome, amazing name for your LLC. Hopefully this video helped. If you guys want to get started building your LLC for the cheapest possible rate, I would definitely recommend checking out Tailor Brands. You'll get up to 35% off your LLC formation, and it's the best way to get started at a discount. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment down below what type of LLC you're planning on running. Also, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss any of our future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.